Essie quits World Cup curse over major harassment. No, please, come on, man. Let's check it out.
Okay, so it seems like there's been a pretty sad thing that has kind of come from a
Oh,
very
shit. Oops.
explosive and viral post that you guys have probably seen and we talked about on this channel before. And obviously it comes from Essie. Essie, you know, if you haven't seen her posts, essentially...
Like, I've seen a lot of her posts, and most of the time, like, every time, like, Essie posts of her wearing, like, different jerseys of different teams, man, I always laugh that, you know, like, every time she wears a jersey, it always brings a curse, because it is, like, it is just happening, and, like, every time she wears a jersey, man, like, the team that she's supporting is losing.
She's been doing these predictions whenever it comes to the World Cup. She's been putting on shirts and saying that she's supporting one of these teams and whatever. And
no, England.
9 times out of 10, they usually lose, right? It's essentially a curse.
No.
And a lot of people have been kind of joining in on it. Even people outside of VTubing have been, you know, enjoying the kind of fun that she's been having with it. And she's, you know, gained a lot of popularity from that, right?
It's kind of nice that, you know, like, what Essie is doing, even if like it is like a curse, which is like a bad thing, like she's doing, like what she's doing is actually like showing like the outside, like people at the outside of the VTuber sphere, that, you know, like we got that we exist as VTubers, you know, like, yo, like come see us because we got a VTuber that wears your team's jerseys, and unfortunately, like, every time she wears a jersey, it brings bad luck.
Right. And again, of course, as I said, it's a curse. So, you know, usually the team that she puts the shirt on loses.
And also, like, another thing is that I swear, like Kazahana is a little bit sad because like he sees right here, like, as he's wearing a no. It's okay, Kazahana, man. Like, you never know, like, if Team England would actually win.
You know, and a
like,
lot of people, of course, well, you know, they aren't so normal. So you can see where the problems are going to start to arise and what has kind of happened recently. So if you guys don't know, obviously she put out this post recently saying, England, please. Obviously putting on an England shirt, and guess what? England lost, I know. Yeah. But of course, you know, it's one of these things where, you know, she's just doing it as a bit of fun and whatever. But recently she actually put out a post a couple of hours later after the game had finished, saying, I think Mufachan will retire from World Cup posting for the rest of the cup, as people do not know how to be kind. Thank you for all the silly clips and arts and memes that have come from it though. Saying I still do watch alongs, but no more than that. Said, and I'm okay, haha, thank you for the concern. It's for my own safety at this point, lol. So she seems to be having quite a bit of fun. She doesn't seem to be like too concerned about it, but she is saying that she, you know, she's kind of, you know, fearing for her own safety, like continuing to post these, right? There's only one more match left anyways, so of course it's the final, and I think that if she does do the final one, I think it could turn into something even worse, right? Because we know how relentless a lot of the fans on both sides, Spain and Argentina, can be, and I think, yeah, it probably won't be so good if she ended up, you know, cursing one of them and they did lose, right? A lot of people were saying, I hope at least you had enjoyed this little journey. People lack joy and whimsy, and it's very sad. I, for one, am happy that I've been introduced to you, and I likely wouldn't have even watched tonight's game if you didn't support England, Lamau. That it's the internet. There will always be rude people. Don't let them stop you from posting. So yeah, I mean, you know, it is the internet. There's always going to be people that dislike you, and especially if you're doing stuff like this. Of course, Essie doesn't have...
Like, you know what else that is true when it comes to the internet? Like, even if, like, you say some weird shit, man, or even you're gonna say some, like, any type of, like, statements or any type of opinions that you want to say on the internet, you will always gotta be hate. There's always gotta be hate, and there's always gotta be haters that would, you know, like, they will say some mean things and go about their day, because that's pretty much the internet is. So I would suggest, like, everyone who's, you know, like, who are clinically online or just, you know, like, being around the internet too much, is, you know, you do you, and say what you want, like express what you want. Just like, like don't like frick the haters. They will just move on like eventually, and at the end of the day they will just hate and not care of what you do, like who you are. They will just they hate because that's pretty much they can only do. They're just hating.
Any spiritual powers where she can actually curse a team, it's just been a bit of a joke. It just seems to be like one huge coincidence that keeps on happening, right? So again, people actually genuinely blaming her and going towards her, I think it's just crazy, right? And there's been more posts on her alts and stuff too, saying the harassment is low-key #too much, to the point where my Discord is getting spammed and my email is too. So I think I'm done with posting about the World Cup. I'll still do a watch along, but I think it's better if I stop for safety reasons. Haha.
Yeah, I when it comes to this, man, at this point, like I swear, like a lot of like football fans, I'm guessing mostly are in like European. Like how Europe is, like they are pretty much so serious about their football, like at the point that that's their whole like politics, not like their own government thing. Like they don't give that shit for too much. They'll just give a shit about when it comes to football. Like, am I wrong? It's just that every time that like their team is losing or their team are winning, they will just lose their shit. Like especially like for example, when it comes to like France, even if they win or lose, when in football, especially in the World Cup, they will just lose their shit and start burning everything to the ground. I mean, need I say more?
So yeah, of course, it seems like Discord's being spammed, to emails being spammed, and again, it is pretty just gross to see that a lot of people are taking this so seriously and are doing this kind of stuff to her, right? I'm saying this low-key was my concern when you were going viral, saying weird how people get so bent out of shape over their teams losing. Leave it to England to be the ones to ruin the fun. Again, I don't think it's an England thing. I think she has been receiving hate, continuously, but I think maybe it's gotten a bit too much at this point.
Holy frick.
So yeah, obviously a lot of people saying wear the Argentina jersey or we'll dox you, which obviously is very, very sad. A reminder that it's just 22 people
wait a
around
minute.
the Argentina.
Holy fuck, man. The least unhinged England fan. Oh my god. Bro. I swear, man, like they like I don't know, like I don't know if it's like a long time, but yeah, they're pretty much their entire thing. They made it their whole personality of football. Man.
Jersey will dox you, which obviously is very, very sad. The reminder that it's just 22 people kicking around a ball. People take this football stuff way too seriously. So yeah, obviously a lot of people also
Holy
been like,
frick,
yo, what
man.
the hell?
Cool down, chill
joke,
out.
But every team I've supported has been for real. I don't root for teams because I want to lose. I want them to lose, please. I'm just a sheep with an incredibly horrid luck. So yeah, and then of course here's another one saying,
oh
so things
my
like this,
god,
please don't do. And obviously yes, I'm spamming the email saying I know exactly what you are, this is you. Saying taking my email out of the bio because I keep getting spammed. If businesses want to reach out to me in other places to find my contact, saying yeah, present WTF, this is why we can't have fun. So sorry people are being like this. What a loser. It's never that serious.
Jesus
absolutely
Christ,
mentally challenged. Holy, who actually is that dumb and goes out of their way to harass you like that over a game? It's not like you actually influence this. They can differentiate reality and fiction. I'm so upset on your behalf. Screw them. So yeah, obviously a lot of people supporting Essie, and it is just kind of sad that this is kind of what it's turned into, and it has to come to an end in this way because it has been fun, right? I think a lot of the memes and stuff that have come from this,
like another thing is that like having Essie to post of her wearing a jersey that she supports, like for me it's just a harmless post. What are you talking about? Like it's just unfortunate that every time that she supports a team, most likely we're just gonna lose, and the the horrible amount of consecutive losses that every time that she supports another team, like it's just bad luck, I guess. And that doesn't mean that you have the full right to harass her because of, I don't know, like, well, I don't know, if she's a witch and starts casting a curse on the team that she supports. Bro, like, chill out. It's just a game of guys kicking a ball on a field. Like, it don't make it your entire personality.
A lot of people talking about it has been very, very fun. But I think that, yeah, whenever people do this kind of stuff, it's just like, okay, well, like, why are we doing this, right? Nobody cares that much. It's just, you know, it's a game of football at the end of the day. It's really not that big of a deal.
Yeah, holy
but
shit.
obviously some people think it is, right? Who's saying, thank you for the fun memes. Has been the favorite part of my World Cup, for real. Gave me so much material and inspiration to shitpost with. And thanks for the last Essie, saying, well, it was fun though. Thank you. Saying, legend, thank you for the generational run. You made this World Cup a lot more fun, Essie. Saying it's not her fault. Blame this guy. He's literally from the future, obviously. Yeah.
No, not freaking Speed, man. Yo, like I saw the famous clip of Speed just crying because, you know, like Portuguese lost, and you know, like Ronaldo lost. Bro, I never seen in my, you know, like in my entire VTuber career that Speed actually cried because his idol just lost the World Cup.
Some random guy on Twitch, I guess. Saying, take care, Essie. People get very heated over sports. I think you did your best, taking it in a light-hearted manner with whatever, and enjoy. So yeah, obviously, you know, it's just one of these sad things, right? But I hope that Essie can find, you know, some new stuff to do, and can continue this kind of momentum that she's built up, I guess, from this trend, right? Because it has been very, very, you know, it's been very, very popular, and I hope that, you know.
Yeah, like another thing is that despite the bad luck that you know, like she has right now, like the good thing is that like her momentum of growing is actually amazing, because you know, when you're in the right time in the right place, and when you start to, you know, like do some shit posting, or if you do some content during that time, it will go wonders. Like they're saying that like hard work beats luck. Like I would say that like most of the time it is pretty much luck. It's pretty much luck based. Yeah, like you can do it with hard work, but it will take you like a lot of time. It will take you years to get to that point, versus that when you are lucky enough to garner a momentum of, like, you know, growing followers or growing a fan base, that's that's pretty much amazing. Than, you know, like having like multiple years just to grow where you at right now. So good job for SC. Kind of shucks that like her emails are blown up with freaking weirdos that they making football their entire personality. Like, why not just do other stuff besides football and going to the pub,
It doesn't
watching
fall off
football?
or anything, because again, she seems like a very nice person, and yeah, she doesn't deserve any of the hate that she's been getting recently, because as I said, at the end of the day, it's just a game. And if anything, I think
Just
Missy's
game.
done more for
Why you have to be
VTubers
mad?
and kind of VTuber fans in terms of getting them into football and sports and things like that, because I think a lot of people that, you know, haven't, you know, don't really know much about the World Cup or football have gotten into it due to Essie, and seeing a lot of the memes that have been going around from her, and people have been kind of interested to go, oh, you know, what is that, you know, and they also get involved and get really invested within it, which is cool. You know, as someone who is a football fan before a VTuber fan, yes, I'm sorry, football existed before VTubers, and I was a football fan before VTubers became a thing. So yeah, of course, it is you know, cool to see so many people, especially in a space that's like similar to me, getting involved in it, right? Because VTubers and football are kind of like
Two
that,
separate
right?
things.
You know, they're not connected, but you know, with Essie, it's kind of just connected the two, which I think is cool, right? I think that's cool as someone who is a fan of both. So yeah, hopefully we can see maybe some different kind of football posts in the future. You never know. I don't know if she will. I'm assuming maybe not, because you know, obviously a lot of this harassment has been related to football. But again, we'll have to see. But hopefully she does, you know, good in the future, right? But yeah, as she says, she will be continuing doing watch-alongs and stuff. She just won't be doing the prediction thing like she usually does.
Why not, man?
So yeah, obviously that's kind of sad, but that's just how it is. And to be honest,
but at the same time, like, she already wore the England jersey, so you know, like, for the last hurrah, it is what it is. England, I mean, you're next. It is what it is. She already wore it before the announcement, so good luck.
you know, that's fair enough if that's going to keep her safe, right?
Oh,
but
man.
Yeah, that's essentially all I got for this video. If you guys did enjoy it, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Also, go to GameSubs, use my code Kaza, get 10% off. Again, they've got a ton of really cool stuff over there. Definitely recommend checking it out. And yeah, see you guys in the next one. That's all.
Yeah, great video. And you know, like, I don't know, like, how frequent, or like how, like, it occurs, like, every, I don't know, like, for a World Cup to, you know, to reoccur, because currently right now it's I don't know, this World Cup right now, but I don't know when's gonna, you know, pop up next. Probably like multiple years. But then again though, like, when the next World Cup, or any other, like, probably, for example, like the Olympics, or probably like any other worldwide sports event, it's got like this trend will just gonna happen. Like Essie started a trend, like Essie pioneered the trend, and in the near future, if any events, sports events that includes like different countries, yep, it will happen. Like, everybody's gonna copy what Essie's gonna do, and I'll welcome it because it's fun. And also, for the people who, you know, like, who made their sports their entire personality, you know, there are a lot of things that you care about, instead of having like harassed VTubers that wears jerseys of your own team. So frick off.